Dude, there's one time when he pulled down Chris Duarte, his shoulder.
You know
and threw him
what?
down.
God, I'm so glad you brought this up.
Why?
Because it was on my notes and I forgot to get to it. And this is actually one of the things that probably should have been at the start of this podcast.
Oh God. Wait, what did I just do?
So I know the play you're talking
Yeah.
about, and it might have flown under the radar.
It totally did.
So
I mean, for a lot of people, the refs, they didn't see it or call it or anything.
I'm trying to remember the specifics, but
I know the specifics. Dillon Brooks drove it to the basket, missed his shot, was looking to get his own rebound. Chris Duarte had position on him to box him out, whatever, and so he couldn't get the rebound. But Dillon Brooks behind Chris Duarte rips Duarte down to the ground, and it's an unnatural fall. Even our producer Anthony, like I said, I'm like, oh my God, Dillon Brooks ripped him down. And then they showed the replay. He goes, wow, you saw it fast, and I was like, it was an unnatural fall.
I saw it right away too.
Yeah,
and
refs.
What's my problem with that play? It's not about Dillon Brooks. No, it has nothing to do with Dillon Brooks. Where's the response?
There we go. Well,
no,
no one else saw it though.
No, Morgan.
Okay.
If I'm a film guy on the Kings, I'm giving that to the coaches tomorrow, and we're showing that.
Interesting.
Chris, that man just pulled you down. This team has been being physical with us, bumping us, hitting us. You got pulled down. No.
By the back.
No. We don't tolerate that.
No.
You can talk about teammates. Teammates maybe didn't see it.
Yeah.
Chris Duarte felt it. Chris Duarte get in his face.
And that was the most like emotional I saw his face get even in that moment. He's like, what the hell? And I'm with you. Okay, fine. Fine.
You can bump us and be physical and whatever. But here's what you're not going to do. You're not pulling that shit on us.
Yeah,
and that to me as a player, you can't let that happen.
You blew a kiss at us in the last game.
Yes.
Great. Not even physical, whatever. You are getting physical and trying to hurt somebody in this game. You're not pulling your bullshit antics on us and hurting one of our guys. Agreed. Fine. I like it.
Toughness. We used to, last year, we did a segment during shows.
Gross.
Thank you. Called the dog of the game, remember?
Yeah.
We haven't done that this year. Mainly the first couple of games I forgot about it, but there would be no dogs. But the Kings need that.
Yeah.
Duarte, you got to be a dog in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And worst case, what happens? There's double technicals. Maybe it gets a little chippy. Maybe it fires some guys up.
Sure.
That to me was a glaring issue tonight. And yeah, you could talk about, oh, Dillon, that's so dirty. Yeah, that's what he does. But you know what you're doing in those moments? You're letting him win. And if he's winning, then everyone else on the Rockets is winning because they're feeling confident.
And especially when your team is down by 30 and that shit's happening. Because I forget when it happened, Deuce, but I mean, the Rockets had the lead the entire game, it felt like. So well, not the entire game, but for most of the game. And when it did happen, I feel like there's enough going on where you could respond in a very physical way and get back in his face.
I don't know the exact time. I mean, the Kings were down between 17 and I didn't write down the exact time. I'd have to go back and look.
But okay,
it's out of order. I know it's out of order.
Okay,
so
okay.
Yeah. And there was just other mistakes. I also saw Duarte. He went under on a Jalen Green 3-ball.
Oh yeah, that was annoying.
But,
I know which one you're talking about.
I'm not trying to pick on Duarte with that specific play. He ultimately was a dangerous play by Dillon Brooks. But my point is, like, those are just things that you can't let happen. And if one of his teammates saw it, I'd say the same thing too. If one of his teammates on the floor saw it and just went back and played, it's like, no, we're not letting that happen. And so the next time these two teams play, that should be remembered. And we should come out with a different type of mentality when those things happen.
Yeah. I mean, it happened last year when Giannis was being a little shit and Trey wasn't having it. And so he went at Giannis and then Brooke Lopez came over and then Brooke Lopez and Trey Lyles got into it and it was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Well, are the Kings missing their two dogs right now, De'Aaron and Trey? I mean, honestly, De'Aaron gets into it with guys.
Sure.
He does John. He's calling out guys for flopping.
Yeah. Even if that's not part of your personality, allow those moments to channel your inner dog.